Welcome back to Monday's Light Codes messages, everybody. The last Light Codes messages for the month of August. So today, it's week 224. And interestingly, today it's about the path, about the soul's pathway. And I think last week we had Sanat Kumara come through, and he came through again today. This time he came through in the Omega chakra, which is to do with our soul's pathway, and anchoring and bringing through our gifts. The Omega chakra anchors our gifts into the Earth's grid, and so he was in Omega helping us with that. So Sanat Kumara being, the light of the, carrying the light of the world, being the greatest bodhisattva, holding the light for us until all people are ready, everyone is ready for the ascension. He is holding that light. So he's helping us in that sense, working with us in that sense. And he was there on his own for quite some time. And then I saw him with a gathering of other masters, I guess, or maybe it was a meeting with higher selves. But they were around, it was appeared that there was an opening. So looking down, I guess, at the world, I guess a gathering of masters or bodhisattvas that are doing this line of work. And then I saw the pyramids. I saw pyramids lining up with each other, and above the pyramids was, or floating around and above the pyramids was a, first of all, it was a balloon, like a hot air balloon with a basket. So the pyramids is representing us, aligning our pyramidal selves, aligning ourselves with the stars. And the balloon, I feel, is like asking us to, because the balloon is filled with air. So this is to do with thoughts, the thoughts that we carry. And to remember to keep our thoughts on our alignments, to remember to keep our thoughts of a higher nature, to see things from a higher perspective. And then I saw a feminine energy, and she had a lot of light coming through on one side, and she was holding a service platter. So this is about shifting your awareness towards the energy of service and what it is that you have to offer in whatever way. And that could simply be just holding the light. It doesn't necessarily have to be that you have to go out there and do some big, amazing mission. You're already doing some amazing mission by holding the light. So, but keep your awareness on that. How can you, what is it that you can do each day that will be in service to helping humanity lift in their consciousness and in their light. So it's like looking, because I saw this as the chakras are being unified in the solar plexus and the throat chakra. So this is asking you, this is like to be totally in your truth. And this is about being in your truth and in your power, and aligning your truth and aligning your power, personal power, so that you are able to do that, and being confident enough to be able to do that. And you don't have to be doing a YouTube video or anything else. You could simply be doing it from by yourself at home, in your living room, in your bedroom, wherever, walking on the beach, walking by the river, wherever it is that you are doing it. Align your truth with your own personal power and purpose, and allow that to be for the greater good, because this is all about service. And then I saw Sanat Kumara again in the emotional body. So this is about mastering the emotional body, and he had his hands like this in the shape of a flame, sharing that energy and helping you to come into alignment with that. In the lower mental body, so in the egoic area, I saw a temple, what I would call a temple, I guess, or a cathedral or something. It was a temple with lots of domes. And flying above the temple was a white dove. So we know this is to do with the Christ consciousness coming through. And I would say and this temple had lots of domes, but each dome had a flame. So it was, I guess, an initiatory temple, helping us to work through and move through the flames. It's in the lower mental body, so it's to do with the conscious thinking and clearing the ego. So allowing that Christ consciousness to come and to purify through the flames, the egoic self. So looking towards how you can go about doing that. And then in the higher mental body, which is the intuitive side, I saw the masculine and feminine. It was a very beautiful image, this, the masculine and feminine hands, holding hands. You know, sometimes there is a real deep feeling that goes with the visions. And there was a beautiful light shining from these two, from the hands. So the masculine and feminine are now on that level, you know, coming through from the spiritual, coming through, they're in union at the level of the higher mental body. So intuitively connecting with each other and sharing that love on the intuitive plane, bringing that through there. And as we went into the spiritual body, it was there as well, of course, because, you know, it's going to begin in the spiritual. So the union, that union having taken place, beautiful, soft, beautiful, loving energy. And the other vision that I had in the spiritual body was the joining of like where the walls join at the base of a building, when the walls are joining. So to me, this says, you know, the joining has taken place. It's at the bottom of the building. We haven't yet reached to the higher self. So at the bottom of the joining has taken place. The masculine and feminine are ready to move forward. They are connecting with each other in spiritual body, coming into union in the spiritual body, moving through into the intuitive body, into the higher mental body, and coming into union there, and then moving down through the layers. So at the moment, that's where they're at. The final vision that I had was a vision of, and I got this word, and I'm going to use it, the Aten. So, you know, the sun, that Akhenaten, the Aten. And there were lots of arms coming down from the sun. And at the bottom of each of these arms was a flame. Now, when you look at Akhenaten's, the symbol for Akhenaten with the Aten, it always ends with the Ankh. So the Ankh, it symbolizes the union of the masculine and the feminine. So I was seeing flames, and this is basically the same thing, that these flames that have come down from the monadic, from the soul, and from the monad, from the highest aspect, are coming into union. So that's what it was. It was to do with coming into union with the masculine and feminine energies, or twin flames, whichever it is that you are working. And in the cards today, the first card is card number 25. So this is very much about trusting. It's very much about working in harmony with your truth and being able to express your truth, harmonizing your truth, and, you know, so really working around that. And it says, do what you love. So, you know, she, he, whatever is holding the lotus there, God's hand holding the lotus, and there's the feminine energy sitting in there, and the masculine is swimming under the lotus. So that's the coming together, getting ready, do what you love, believe in yourself. So this week, this is the theme, believe in yourself, do what you love. I read a book once called, many years ago, this is back in the early 90s, I read a book called Do What You Love, The Money Will Follow. The author was Marcia Sinitar. I always remember that book. It was probably one of the most important books that I read, because it's the book that inspired me to step into to doing my spiritual work, and to trust that everything would go forward. And so this card reminds me of that. So I want to say that to you, do what you love. If you're worried about money, money will follow. You just need to trust and stay true to yourself. Second card today is card number 6, the Lovers, Archangel Raphael. It's about intimate relationships. It says, carefully weigh your decisions, and it's good health. So with your intimate relationships, weigh up the decisions right now. Look at what's going on, and yeah, take some time to weigh up the decisions, because stagnant matters are being stirred up. and things are being moved on. So whatever stage you were in, whatever was going on, there's movement at the station, time for things to move forward, or for you to take some space and move away, to give yourself time to integrate and to find your place of peace again. So movement, stagnant matters are being stirred up. I just know some people are going to relate to that one. And in the heart chakra today, card number 4, which I want to say boundaries. Set some boundaries, because this really is connected here. Give yourself some space. Just breathe. Give yourself some space. Connect with your own higher self, your own inner self, and move anybody or anything that is not conducive to you feeling in a state of peace. Move them on, out of the way. Doesn't have to be permanently. For today, for tomorrow, for the week, for the month, whatever. Just take some space and breathe. You need some breathing space. Everybody needs a bit of breathing space at the moment, especially I think at the moment the feminine energy is needing some breathing space. Somebody also sent me something today to do with astrology, and it is that the feminine is stepping more into her power and having to take those initiatives to be able to come into her power and be in her fullness. So for that, to be able to do that, you need to take some space, because that's what you need, and you're going to succeed. Success is there, coming fully into your truth, victory, and moving forward. So take the space. You need the space. Give yourself the space, because victory is here, and you don't want to miss anything by being too stressed out about it. So take some space, find your peace. What is it that gives you peace? Remove anything from your life that doesn't bring you peace. Like I said, it doesn't have to be, okay, I have to get rid of this or that or someone or whatever permanently so that I can be in a state of peace. But it does mean remove those distractions for now to bring you into a state of peace. And to bring that forward, here we have the dove. The dove is always about peace, but the dove is also about Christ consciousness. And he's carrying the olive branch. So there we are, find yourself in a space of peace. The moon and the stars, align. Everything needs to be aligned. This is the card that says the initiate, innocence, and trust. So remember, I saw the the pyramids being aligned, and then there was the temple with the dove flying over the temple and the flames on the temple. This is all marrying up with this particular card reading, and you need this space and this time out and to align everything, so that you can be in the flow, because prosperity is coming, flow of prosperity in his Lakshmi, showing us that when you do that, you're coming into your own flow. The flow will start happening. Do what you love. The money will follow. Don't worry about that. Be in the flow. Everything, all the opportunities, everything that you need is going to start happening for you easily. And all you need to do is give yourself that space. And in Omega, yoga, Babaji. Now, yoga, as we know, is about aligning with our higher self. It's about doing what it is, whether it is yoga of the body, yoga of meditation, or yoga of service, or yoga of Kundalini, or whatever it is. There's different types of yoga. Do that. You can do a combination of all of them, or you can just do one, but coming into alignment, allowing yourself to come into alignment. So yoga is the message for you there. And why do we need to do that? Because the direction is finding the balance in your life, balance of body, mind, and spirit, aligning everything, career, home life, relationships, you name it. Everything needs to be brought into alignment. So in order to do that, you need to push out what is causing things not to be in alignment. And when they come back in again, if they come back in again, they'll come back in again more aligned, because you will be more aligned and you'll have stronger boundaries, and you'll know that, okay, it didn't work in this way, so that's not going to happen anymore. If it's not going to work, then it's going to stay out. And so you're going to keep the door shut on anything that is not bringing you peace and not helping you to be in alignment with what is for your highest self and for your highest good. And that is pretty much it for this week. And remember, ta-da, 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 get your book, The Pendulum, Powered by the Awakening Soul, Birthing a New Reality. And a good time to read up on birthing a new reality, because everybody is creating their own new reality right now. So I'm going to see you next week. Have a great week. Actually, just before I do go, something really I am finding this is really exciting and interesting, that at the moment people have been commissioning me or asking me to do sacred site connections for them. And this all began after I went and aligned and received the ascension codes from the Monastery of St. Paul. And since then, last Sunday, Sunday last week, I did brought through the light codes of Isis Temple, Little Isis Temple in Deir el Shalwit on the west bank of Luxor. And then I went to Dendara and brought through the light codes of Hathor, of the Hathor Temple. And tomorrow I will be going to the temple of Hatshepsut in the Thebes mountain to bring through the light codes from there. So if you're interested in, if there's a particular temple or sacred site in Egypt that you would like to have light codes from, obviously wherever they are. If they're in Luxor, it's cheaper because this is where I live. If you need to go further afield, then you have to pay for my travel. But in any case, as often I do go or will be going to certain places, and I will be bringing through light codes, and they'll be available on my Etsy shop and on my website when I get them organized. So Hatshepsut will be tomorrow. If you're relating to that already, Isis temple codes are already on my shop, and I look forward to doing more, and I look forward to seeing you all next week in the month of September. Okay, see you then.